malicious beings, and they definitely had a function in rock art, but one way or another they had to be rendered armless. So they represented them with a spear in the back.
These are remarkable clues. Boats and donkeys, just like these, have been discovered in the pyramids. The investigation is heating up. Miriam is getting closer to the origins of ancient Egypt.
Oh, I can see the boat.
Or is she? It's intriguing, but there's a problem with this clue. When exactly were these carvings made? This rock is hard to date, but Dirk has found a way to do it, by looking in pots, like these.
This type of boat with these two cabins, these sickle-shaped boats, are typical for the period between about 3,500 and 3,200 BC, because they are also a very typical, very common motif on the pottery from that period.
These pots, with similar images of sunboats, can be dated using current technology. They indeed turn out to be about 1,000 years older than the pyramids. So an obsession with the sun stretched deep into the desert. Could the people of El Kab be the first Egyptians? Recently, Dirk has been able to push the dating of this clue back even further. Hidden beneath the boats are older images of giraffes, their long necks stretched toward the sun. Could they be proof of an even earlier form of sun worship? Proof that ancient Egypt began here?
The giraffes are clearly older than that, and my hunch is that they date from between 4,000 and 3,500 BC.
Why were boats replacing giraffes?
Climate became completely unfavorable for these large animals, giraffe, elephants, etc. So they became increasingly scarce in the landscape, and people had no longer confidence in them. So they needed a new symbol, a new device to act as a bearer of the sun. And they chose the boat, because the boat was enormously important in their lives. The power of one image, of the older image, was transferred upon the newer image.
It all makes sense. El Kab is on the edge of the desert, but it's also next to the Nile. Boats were an obvious choice to carry the sun. Something which would later become an important symbol in ancient Egypt had its roots here. The investigation is closing in. The sunboat can now be pushed back thousands of years in history.